Well, look who it is. How are the settled systems treating you? Make any enemies yet? Good for you. Let's hope you stay on top then. Once you start making a real impact on the universe, there's always more and more people who end up on the losing side of your decisions. Someone always gets hurt. You and I might agree there. But someone always comes along thinking there's a better way, that they can help. Take the United Colonies, or even the Free Star Collective. Both of them full of people trying to make the settled systems better. But that didn't stop them from fighting each other. I guess that's just the nature of things, isn't it? People start by thinking they're doing the right thing, and then your version of what's right collides with someone else's. Why even bother? You can play the game of power, call it leadership, call it righteousness, but it's all manipulation in the end. Better to just let people be. A single person achieving their own ends is at least honest. Helping people is just another form of control. Ah, there I go again. I was in danger of waxing philosophical last time, and now I'm knee-deep in it. I should stop while I'm ahead. I'll catch you around. I'll see you around.
I get all kinds in here. Take a look around. It's a good bet I've got some. How about I just show you?
Sorry, startling. That's the Rock. Ranger Central. Not a bad part, too.
Well, well. Sam Coe finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you. Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter. Come to help Sam loot his... You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy. Only some of us are around to live up to it, and some of us aren't.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay? It's what you do.
Galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place. Give me a sec. All right, let's talk options. No. I mean, this is no place for her, okay? The less time she spends with Jacob, the better. Yeah, like I said before, they're thick as thieves. Can you imagine what that bitter old mule would do to her head if she hung around more? I'd appreciate that. Okay, that's not bad. Just, give me a minute to brace myself, okay? Round 2 with the old mule can be even worse than round 1. Next time you talk to Jacob, tell him I want a word with him. That'll be our cue. You slip away and I'll keep him busy.
What do you want, Constellation?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not leaving until I get what I came for. All right, let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh boy. That's a problem. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shaw Gang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Criminal groups in Aquila always find a way. But they usually have to keep on the move to avoid the Ashta. Well, it could just be a coincidence that the cave we want happens to be where the Shaw Gang runs around. But something doesn't feel right. Well, just remember, it's about the artifact, not them. Hurting bad guys puts a smile on your face, that's a bonus. Let's get to that cave.
Yeah?
Landing on new planets like this never gets old. Scratch one!
I smell credits.
Never mess with a coup.
times.
And there you are.
Just die already.
Well, I hope this place is tectonically sound. You've done this before. Care to do the honors? Sure, just keep grabbing everything. Won't lie. My heart stopped for a beat when you passed out. I'm glad you're still with us. So long. I keep wondering if one day some explorer's gonna find alien writing in a cave like this.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. At least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really. Oh, really? Let's hear it. You got past a few rookies, that's all. Huh. The Shaw Gang's name in print outside a wanted poster does sound nice. Always good to know someone who can keep their mouth shut. I'm still willing to talk. Fine. Get the hell out of here before I change my mind. I see you again. You're dead.
Boss, it's the Ashta.
You. This is your fault! You better lend us a hand!
Looting the dead ain't glamorous, but it sure is profitable. I don't think we're alone. And there's the door. How do you even manage to carry all that? Even smugglers might take a shot at you if you invade their turf.
There you are. Everything's blurry. You're already. Get hit in the head.
Took one of the. Ah!
May stink to high heaven, but it's all part of the job. Let's get back to the lodge. Grab everything useful.
Please vacate this area and return inside the city walls. Assessing threat level. Minimal. No Ashna detected.
Should we warn them about the Ashta? We got a big old sign. Danger. If they open up the gate and go out there, it's on their own head. But if they're far afield, they got no idea what they're in for. You want to warn them? You know I don't like talking to strangers. Then you chose a hell of a profession.
Aquila is one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
So we had to clean up the
sorts of
graffiti on the
Aquila
range
City.
again. Why don't we just close it down? It's not like it gets much use.
I need some place
Just
to
do
put
your
the
business
prototypes
and
through their paces.
then we'll be
It
all
stinks.
friendly-like. But you're just
Listen.
here for security.
A few beer bottles and graffiti is the least we owe them. Please, let me know if I can be of service. Indeed. As a matter of fact, they're made in this very building. You're standing in the storefront of the Laredo Firearms Factory. I designed and manufactured every firearm for sale here. As such, I can offer you my personal assurance they're of the highest quality. Yes, of course.
Yes, Miss Lance. Talk to Miss Lance if you want to make a purchase.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space. I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice soon.
Hello. If you're looking to stay, don't move in on secure.
I just read it in my book.
It means more than enough. As in, Koroko has a superfluous amount of books.
No!
Just here for a chat?
Huh? Sorry, I was lost in thought.
This is so cool.
to approaching vessel. Docking approved.
Docking complete. It's so satisfying seeing the hatches line up.
Hey, how's it going?
Love the smell of getting back into the harness. Looks like this place has seen better days.
Anything I can help you with?
How about my foot up your ass, newsboy? That a big enough scoop for you?
I really don't think that's appropriate talk, coming from a Vanguard pilot.
That's exactly your problem. You don't think. If you weren't such a lousy reporter, you wouldn't be stuck all the way out here.
I mean, I guess maybe that's true, but if so, you're just as stuck out here as I am. So what does that say?
Oh, wow! You really do want me to kick your ass, don't ya?
All right, that's enough. Bastion, go cool off. Get a drink.
Whatever. Fine.
Holden, I appreciate that you have a job to do. I really do. But you need to consider that you don't operate in a vacuum. If you're stationed here long-term, that means you're around these people all day, every day. And they're not going to like it if you're making them look bad.
Lieutenant Commander Marquez, I appreciate your concern, but I have an obligation to SSNN to report on what I see.
Let me tell you, it ain't a snake.
I'm sure
it's some
they
kind
do
of
know that, Holden.
celestial
I'm just saying, maybe use a little more discretion in your reporting.
Is it real? Now,
Maybe a lot.
But they think it is.
Don't worry.
And that makes
When the next big story breaks out here, I'll be sure to help you get the scoop, okay?
I will think on that. Thank you.
If you see anything unusual or illegal, make sure you report it. Vanguard's here for a reason. We'll take care of it.
Keep it moving.
Hello there.
I really did think this place would see a bit more action.
Welcome to the Trade Authority. I'm Marcel, and if there's anything I can do for you, please, do let me know. Our stock may not be as vast as New Atlantis or Sidonia, but I will do my best to see that you leave here satisfied. And seeing as the Trade Authority is the only fully licensed operator for the Den, I'm afraid your alternatives are, shall we say, slim. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I hope this and all future interactions are profitable for both of us. I hope we have what you need.
It's a little surprising, isn't it? Out here.
Nice to be back.
I am your sidekick, your shadow, your tail. I am your sidekick, your shadow, your tail.
Need some work done? Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority's always buying. Kiosk right here for you. Sure, have at it.
It's a little surprising, isn't it? Out here on the edge of UC space. But it's just so quiet.
Was there something you needed? If there's anything I can do for you, please say the word. Certainly. May I be of service? Certainly.
there, huh? Space? Must be cool. I never get to go to space. Oh, looks like you've got some finds to clear up. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. Have it your way!
Don't! You crazy? For the love of God, stop!
I'm taking you! No!
I'm not gonna be part of this.
Must be cool. I never get to go to space.
I really did think this place would see a bit more action.
I am, hands down, the best pilot in this dump. Don't let anyone tell you different. Marquez is all right, I guess. She's gonna be lucky to have me as a boss. You kidding? It's what I was born to do. Wait, I mean flying is what I was born to do. This Vanguard thing? Temporary. Only a matter of time before I get called up to the Navy. Before you know it, I'll be a captain. No, wait. Admiral. Yeah. What does it matter? I'm gonna be out of here before you can blink, and this will all be behind me. That reporter didn't put you up to this, did he? I already told him. It was a misunderstanding. An accident. My flight record was spotless otherwise. Okay, then.
Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome to the den. Reina Marquez. I head up the Vanguard station here. If you've got business with the Vanguard, I hope you ran it through MAST first. If not, you probably made a long jump for nothing. Might be counterintuitive, but no. No, we don't. It's pretty quiet, and some of us deal with that better than others. We get the occasional distress call. Sometimes Varun stirs up trouble, but there's a lot of downtime. I'm not complaining, but others, like Bastion there. It's not what he was expecting. Certainly not what he wanted. The same thing we do everywhere else. Fill in the gaps for the UC Navy. Help keep the settled systems peaceful and safe. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge all the way out here, but we try our best. I wouldn't mind a little more support from New Atlantis, but I know things are tough all over. Oh gosh, no. Vanguard wasn't even a thought back when this place was first built. The Den, the original Den, mind you, got blown up during the Serpent's Crusade. UC Navy immediately rebuilt the station, I think largely out of spite. Sometimes I think that's why they keep it operational too. Certainly hasn't had much real purpose since the Colony War ended. I'm glad we have it as a post, and Marcel and the Trade Authority do some decent business, which I try very hard not to pay attention to. But the station has never recaptured that old glory. Don't think it ever will, really. Vanguard's here if you need us.
How may the Trade Authority... Certainly.
You gotta drop some of that. Let's get that artifact to the lodge. Well, mildly interesting at least. Here. I wouldn't say no to a gift. Next time.
Yes, infallible one?
Hey, need something?
I'm glad to see you looking well. It's nice to see you.
That sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called space.
Do you need anything? Your clothes,
Starships?
your
fly
boots
things like
polished,
comets.
your mirror shine. I heard that you're so fast you can run around a planet and sign the back of your own head. We just need to find your pen.
Good day, Captain.
Hey, it's always a good day when you come around.
It's a beautiful day to be alive.
How may I serve? I'm sure they're sad to see you go.
advised. You have been identified as a known criminal. Respond immediately, or we will be forced to open fire. We say again, respond immediately.
It's always good to see a friend.
Here to shoot the breeze? I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
Oh, did you get it? Whatever it
I'm
was.
not sure what you were trying to hit, but I apologize for getting in your way. Oh! Oh! You hit me! Your aim is immaculate, so I suspect something must be wrong with your weapon? I'm doing an oral history of Constellation's most... Oh! You accidentally hit me!
Hey, how are you?
Were you trying to hit something behind me? Oh! You hit me! Your aim is immaculate, so I suspect something must be wrong with your weapon?
Did you want to discuss something?
Oh! You accidentally hit me! I'm not sure what you were trying to hit, but I apologize. Oh! Something hit me. Strange that it seemed to come from your direction. I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule. Whenever I'm lost, I think, what would you do in my shoes? Not literally, though. I've got small.
Breathe that in. Planets like this are precious.
Hostility will not be tolerated. I've got special orders. I've got special orders.
Redirecting power for attack.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to...
Captain.
We say again, respond immediately. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
These are the good guys, right? Please tell me Sis definitely good guys.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. I'm your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now. Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. It appears you spent several years as a bounty hunter. That type of background will get you quite far around here. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. Good. You'll find that I'm a stickler for details, and I'd hate to discover that your file is incomplete. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? United Colonies System Defense. Does that help you figure out exactly what it is we do? Actually, that's something new we're trying. I figured we needed to branch out a bit, broaden our horizons. UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. Smart decision. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. If the military rolls in and attacks the Crimson Fleet, we'd have a full-scale war on our hands. That means losses, heavy losses, that the United Colonies can't afford. That's where you and I differ. As a citizen of the United Colonies, I accept my responsibilities. You, on the other hand, clearly couldn't give a damn. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC Steph, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new mole, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around.
Hey.
Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? Yes? What? Hello? All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Most of our operations team graduated top of their class at the academy. If there's fleet out there, we'll find them. Yes.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. Let's get one thing straight right now. While you're working for me, I'm going to treat you like one of my own. Whatever crimes you committed in the past no longer matter. You're now an agent of SysDef, meaning that it's my job to keep you alive. Then you're going to get yourself killed. So listen up, because my advice might just keep you alive. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. If you would kindly continue. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. Fine. Whatever gets the job done. Look. Before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. Well, you better learn quick. Otherwise, I'll start looking for someone to take your place. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. Dismissed.
Howdy. Pardon. Okay, hello.
Excuse me.
Lieutenant Toft will continue the briefing.
Excuse me.
I'm a bit busy at the moment, but we'll talk later, okay?
Yes?
Pardon. Hello.
Yes. What? Howdy.
Hey. Howdy.
This stuff. So much fun.
Yes? What? Yes?
Okay, hello.
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Pardon.
Hello. I thought it was clear that Lieutenant Toft should be your next stop. While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place. That's why I expect you to constantly seek alternative means to overcome your obstacles, rather than blowing holes in them. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. You have your orders.
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Pardon.
Go on. I wouldn't leave the commander waiting. You can always come back and chat later. Nobody here is going anywhere. You can always come back and chat later. Nobody here is going anywhere.
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Get out of line and I'll put you down. Clear?
Yes? Hello. Excuse me. I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the other day. The man takes his job very seriously. Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
Lieutenant Toft will continue the briefing.
Howdy.
here on the Vigilance, I feel literally crazy.
Howdy.
Yes. What? Yes? I thought it was clear that Lieutenant Toft should be your next stop.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. I was hoping that you'd be inspired into thinking this is more than a punishment. It appears that I was wrong. I suppose we'll simply have to motivate you in a different way. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Yes. Commander Akande mentioned that when he proposed the idea. Lucky you. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job. That's a fine point, but in my defense, I was under orders to make sure we weren't pulling some kind of psycho into the mix. And honestly, there are far bigger things at stake than my personal feelings towards the Crimson Fleet. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete, so we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Excuse me.
If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. As you were.
Hey.
Ready for what comes next.
Anything I can do for you?
visit forever.
Xavier, you have returned. A cursory scan indicates that you are in good health.
You didn't handle the artifact, did you? We don't know what effects it might have on someone her age.
What are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
I hear that. Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship. Likewise, you know where to find us.
You spend a lot of time in space? We sure do.
Can I help? Now that we have a moment, I wanted to ask how you're feeling. After your experience at the temple, you've given everyone at the lodge quite a scare. Why am I concerned? Let's think for a moment. Ah, yes. It isn't exactly an everyday occurrence to stumble across a mysterious temple and absorb some type of strange alien energy from within. I find that to be rather surprising. According to what I've heard, your body absorbed an almost unquantifiable amount of energy of a type we can't even begin to understand. We're dealing with something unknown to modern science. Who knows how this encounter has affected your body or your mind? I know you're simply trying to brush this off with humor, but you really should act more concerned. That temple proves we're dealing with entities of unknown origin.
The problem is that we can't even begin to guess what their intention was towards us and where they've gone. It's a possibility I've considered, but I'm not 100% convinced. The only thing we can be certain of is that the technology we've encountered points to beings that live outside the settled systems. Perhaps that's true, or perhaps you were simply quite lucky. It's just that... Oh, I'm afraid that we're flying almost completely blind here. All we know for certain at this point is that whoever created the artifacts are the same beings that built the temple. Anything else is just guesswork. I might as well put on a blindfold and toss darts at theories written on the wall. Oh, believe me, this is positively exhilarating. Think about the significance of this research. The questions it raises alone are mind-boggling. Who was this wondrous structure built to accommodate? How long ago did these entities inhabit our universe? Are they still out there, somewhere? Perhaps. We'll need more data to be sure. It's funny. I used to think the artifacts were the end-all be-all of scientific discovery. The pinnacle mystery of our time. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would lead to something of this magnitude. I just hope that you'll come through this, whatever it is, unharmed. Well, yes, of course you are. I was speaking of the power you've acquired. This is all scientifically speaking, of course. Look, I've already taken up too much of your time. All I can do is promise that I'm not going to make you deal with this mystery alone. Whatever might be happening, I'll be right here to help you every step of the way. Something you need? I'm more than ready. Let's go.
Hey, good to see you.
Got a call, someone's power kept going out. You know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Taking a look at your file. Bounty hunter. Alright. Just keep the chaos to a minimum. No collateral damage, okay?
It's good to be back on board.
Yes, Your Eminence?
Hey there.
Hello, Captain.
Do you need a hand? A leg? An emotional boost? I have both my words and appendages at the ready.
Operations. State your purpose. Is this some kind of distraction? It's not going to work. Not interested. Now clear out.
We're dead. We're all dead. The comms relay has been trashed. The whole room is trashed.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett.
Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move! He's trying to figure out our destination, probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah, thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down. I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.